When I came to this church years ago, I didn't know about tithing. But as I stayed in this church, I think it was about a year here or so, I started to learn about tithing, listen to Pastor David teach and preach. And because of that reason, my faith grew. And I thought, hadn't tithed before, but I thought, I'm going to start tithing. And I started to tithe, and I had just got my nursing license, and I went for an interview for a job, and I received it. But I went to Florida to visit my sister for a while before I started working, and we needed a second car. We only had one. And like Pastor Joe said, our credit was tore up from the floor up. We could not get credit. So I went to Benny Hinn's church, with my sister and myself, and I had my last $20, and I decided it's now or never. I am going to sow this seed. It was for gas to get back home. I'm going to sow this seed for this car. Lord, I don't know how, but you know. And I'm going to believe you because I've been tithing and I've been believing by faith what your word says. So I sowed the seed. I stood at the altar and I sowed the seed and I prayed. The next day, my husband called me and he said, "You're not going to believe this. I don't know how this happened. I went to the car lot to try to find a car. I wasn't expecting to get the car because for credit, but the man gave me a car." I said, "Really?" And I was a little upset, I remember. I kind of fussed at him a little bit. I said, "You went there without me?" Knowing that I had prayed. I was the one that prayed for the car. And he went without me to get it. So I thought, calm it down. So he said, "Yes, we got a car." I thought, "Oh, praise you, God." I was so amazed at God because I'm telling you, there was no way. We have tried before. There was no way. But because I've been tithing, I learned how to tithe. I put my faith out on that $20, and that car was a red car, carried me all with the flowers and back for years and years. The best car we ever had, one of the best cars we ever had, because I believed God, sold my way to get that car, and we received it. And I just thank God for it. It was a blessing. I mean, there were, like Cena said, I could tell many testimonies about God's favor and goodness of his financial blessing on our lives because we've been sowers and givers and tithers.